Oh my God, how about that, you guys? We're on time to the second. To the second. Welcome back to the Can-Am Connection. Nathan, Jody, how are you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Doing good.
No complaints.
With the special effects. He has the fireworks in the background, like you need the fireworks where you're at.
Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that a fire hazard?
Yeah, I
Setting
should
off
probably.
fireworks in the wilderness.
Well, here, let me do this then. Put the fire out, huh?
Oh, just the bubble.
There you go.
No, no
Easy.
rain. Okay.
No rain. I don't know, man. Where do you guys want to start? First of all, guys, we're going to have a bit of a shorter one today, so I apologize for that, but business happens.
We got a big event this weekend, right?
Well, it's not this weekend. What's this weekend?
What is this weekend?
I don't know if there's anything this weekend.
No.
Now, I'm probably insulting somebody because there is a tournament. Okay, there's a Carberry tournament. Carberry, Manitoba has a tournament this weekend. So if you're watching and you're from Manitoba,
I think there's something out in, I can tell you where another one's at in Canada.
sure. Probably
You want
something in
to?
Ontario. Probably
Yes.
something in Alberta.
I know there's Waff Roast going on as we speak.
Yeah, is it just me, or does it seem like a little lackluster than previous years? Maybe because they had to switch the venue at the last, well, not the last minute, but within months of it.
There's
It
an
was
event. Richard Blanchard's doing an event this weekend as well.
Right. Yes, he is. Yeah. Check out the Ontario Arm Wrestling Association Facebook page. I'm sure you'll find all the information there.
Well, you got Waff Roast was supposed to be in Africa, and then it got taken away for whatever reason, and now it's in Moldova.
No. Next year's Bulgaria.
Bulgaria.
They take 4 sites and just rotate them.
Well, 2027's Canada.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
I'll believe that once we get closer to that date.
I am cautiously optimistic.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it because it's close. Because next year I am going to Bulgaria.
Yeah.
So
I
please.
would I have my differences with WAF, but I would enjoy going to a WAF on Canadian soil again, for sure.
There you
I mean,
go.
I don't think we'll ever see one on the in the USA again in in the United States. But
Rumor has it.
Yeah, man. We forgot about the MAC event. Now, Richard.
Really?
Yeah, okay. Ian just I only saw this in the last couple of days.
there's a MAC event this weekend.
There's a MAC event. I'm going to pull it up on my other screen here.
I honestly haven't seen anything about it. So
They didn't do a good job of promoting it.
Well, I don't know if it was planned for a long time or if it was thrown together. Oh no, yeah. Mac Pain Plant. So Pain Plant, you know those fancy handles that I've been promoting?
Yeah.
Which
okay,
are fantastic. Is teaming up with Mac, and they're putting on a super match event on Saturday. It's got a good lineup, man.
cool. Good on Ian. Get a good sponsor. That's awesome.
He's got,
How come we haven't heard anything about it?
I can't talk about all the matches because there's 34 of them.
Holy. Well, we're not 15 minutes in yet.
I believe. Yeah, I'm not counting them all, but there's a lot of them.
Pick out the big ones. What do you see that's like big super
Jody
matches?
Harper and Sean Ross, that's a big match in Canada. Mark McPhail versus Logan LeClaire is a big match in Canada. I'm just going to go read through these fast. Peter Smith is pulling Wade Graves. Peter Smith, it's a great big dude. I actually wrestled him in a wrestling ring.
Yeah.
Under his wrestling name, Brody Steele. Jamie LeBlanc is arm wrestling. Richard is in the chat. And he's got a match out there.
Oh, but did you notice? Did you read the bottom of it yet?
No, I have not got to the bottom of it. Mike Dumas is pulling both arms.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
34 matches. Are they going to get that done in one day? And if they do, what are we looking at as far as
Well, I think he's trying to make a point that he can do that many matches with his rule set and do them quickly.
This
Oh.
bottom portion has me intrigued. The tag team match.
First time ever, we have a left arm tag team match set up that features the Cape Breton Golden Arms, Mark McPhail and Patrick McKinnon. Patrick McKinnon wanted a super match with me at one point, versus Pain Plant, Jody Harper and Logan LeClaire.
Can someone explain the rules on that? Because if that's the case, then
That's
looks
all
like the
clear.
Can-Am Connection going to put the belts up.
Oh, now you're talking, Jody. We can challenge for the tag team championship.
Like I said, it's intriguing. Like, how are they going to run it and stuff like that?
I am intrigued. I would like to know more details, and there are no more details on here.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe Richard. We're even having Richard. What do you know about the tag team match? How do they do that? So if you're
I can't see the comments. I want to know about this because if that's the case, then
is there a hot tag coming in? But I mean,
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, are you just about pinned and you can tag in your opponent?
You know, it'd be cool. What if it's like this? So if all four guys are the same weight, hypothetically, I don't know. Puller A and Puller B pull each other. Puller C and Puller D. Then you have Puller A pull Puller C. Puller B pull Puller D.
That's a round robin, ain't it?
But tag team, because in tag teams you kind of go against the other person on the tag team. I mean, that would work.
If all the arm wrestling podcasts arm wrestle each other, this is Jay Clean's comment. Which one would come out victorious?
Oh,
now we're talking regular hosts or special guests, because Ingen, of course,
Ingen wins
a huge roster. But
yeah,
if it's just Ingen and he doesn't have a regular co-host, I mean, he can't participate because he doesn't have a regular.
Okay, you know what? If we're doing this now, then look. The Cam Connection just turned into the Four Horsemen, okay? SBKB Flair, right?
No, I'm more of an Arn Anderson guy.
Yeah, he's Arn.
Okay, because who's Tony?
You're the Flair. You're the Flair. What are you talking about?
If we're doing this, the Four Horsemen can put the belts up. How about that?
And which version of the Four Horsemen are we talking, Jody?
Are we talking the Lex Luger version? We're talking
well, the best one was with Barry Windham, but
so Nathan would be what? You Tully Blanchard?
I'd probably take the Tully role, yeah.
And then what? Yeah. Tim is going to be Mongo.
Yeah. Poor Mongo. Did you see him? Speaking of that, did you see him the other day with his
oh my God
into the Hall of Fame? Oh my God!
There we go. We got JJ Dillon in the house. What's up,
Mr. Left Hand himself?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, man? Welcome to the show.
Well, now we got to stop talking about the tag team match. Okay, but before we get off of that, Cody, welcome to the show. Richard says the tag team member can pull as much as they want, and they can get tagged in and out as much as they want. Okay.
That's interesting. That's intriguing, actually.
Cody?
Yes.
How are you feeling? We're going to see you in a couple weeks here.
How am I feeling? I'm feeling okay.
The show's getting bigger and bigger all the time.
Oh, there's the other horseman right there.
Yeah.
Been having a bit of a back issue still, but seems to be coming along, hopefully.
Now, didn't you just, you got a couple matches coming up that have been announced, correct? So you got Pavlo, of course, which happens right away.
What's Jeff?
Hey?
Oh, it put me into my, I had to stop that.
You got to stop it through your vehicle?
It's got me on the vehicle Bluetooth, so I got to change that because it's probably delayed.
No, actually, it's not that bad. No, you're good.
Oh, okay, perfect. Then we'll leave it. But now, what did you say, Ryan? Sorry.
You got Pavlo, obviously, in 2 weeks, the same event that I'm at.
Yes, sir.
What else you got coming up? Because I know there was something that got announced.
Well, I arm wrestled this last weekend for the World Series of Arm Wrestling qualifier here in Utah. Actually, Ryan Constantino came out.
Really?
Haven't seen him in some time, and he felt strong.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was exciting. Then I've got the finals for. So I've got the match with Pablo on the 7th of September. Then the 2nd of November is the World Series of Arm Wrestling's finals in San Diego. And then December, I'm supposed to have a match that hasn't been announced yet.
Uh-oh.
But
I know which one that is, I think.
Yeah, it might have to do with the number one spot in North America.
I believe it got leaked.
We did. We talked about it last time, didn't we? Oops.
Yeah, we probably might have.
We talked
But,
about it last week on the show.
So that one hasn't been announced yet, but I have been asked, and so hopefully that one goes through. And then Knuckles Up in January.
Can you talk about your match in January?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's with Georgie. What's his last name?
Spetkov?
Spetkov?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's a good match.
That's
Yeah. I've wanted that match for a couple of years. I won the world championship in 19. He won it in 20, and I thought it would be fun to see, the year to year, kind of have a match between the 2 years.
And he was runner-up to Levon in 18, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
You're correct.
Oh yeah, so see, there we go. So yeah, I've wanted that match for a minute, and it's going to happen in January.
I mean, I'm still under the belief that you gave Alajon probably his, if not his hardest, his second hardest match today to these First West.
Uh-oh.
I think
If I had a chance to have that match over, I think now I don't know if I could beat him, but I know that there's a couple different avenues I would take in the next go round.
I mean, because I think you and Petrenko have
but
given
he's a
him
great
the
kid.
hardest.
He's incredibly powerful for as small as he is.
Yeah, because I think you and Petrenko have given him the biggest issue out of anybody thus far, out of anybody he's pulled left-handed. So.
Yeah, that match he had with Petrenko was a really good match. So, I made him worry a little bit, I think. So I don't know if I'll ever get another chance at him. He has invited me to go hunting with him in Kazakhstan, though, which
nice.
I thought was super awesome. We're
jealous.
planning on doing that next fall.
Get your ball. I'm
That's
extremely
cool
jealous
right there.
now. Just saying. No.
That's pretty awesome, man. Those kind of opportunities coming out of arm wrestling is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was super stoked about it. He's a great guy, like a really good kid. I really like him a lot.
Well, how you feeling about the match coming up in a week, 2 weeks?
I feel pretty good. Pablo is he's so strong. I think I've got a few pros, I guess. I feel like I'm a little quicker than he is. I feel like I may have a little bit better pronator, but if he stops the match, it's going to be a battle, and I don't know.
Uh-oh. There we go. He's back. Oh.
There he is.
Did I lose everybody, or did you guys lose me?
Oh, you're back now. Go ahead.
For about 1 second.
Yeah, so I don't know what you guys heard. I think if we get in a war, it'll be a bad day for me. But hopefully, I can finish the match quickly, be efficient, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the event.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun event. Are you gonna be there to go to like the Niagara Falls and everything on Thursday?
Nope, we are flying in on Friday. I've done all that stuff in the past, but we're flying in Friday and flying out Sunday, so it's going to be quick.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought maybe we'd be able to hang out, but it's okay. I don't like you that much anyway.
Yeah, I know you're lying. We'll be there. We'll be hanging out Saturday night, regardless.
Right on. So, how do you feel about your match? How do you feel? Where are you at with it?
I have no measuring stick on how good he is.
On the
None
left.
at all. So I don't know where he's really at. I know I feel good.
Okay.
Probably better than I have in quite some time. So if he beats me, he's legit, man. Like he's good, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, I have a lot of faith in you, sir. You are one of my heroes. If we be honest, you are a phenomenal arm wrestler.
Well, thanks, man. That's a
Well,
moment for me right now.
But I feel the
it's
same
true.
about you guys. I feel the same way about you guys because I got two of my favorite left-handed pullers on the show as we speak. So I feel the same way in reverse. There you go.
Well, thank you, Jody.
Tim and I'll just sit over here and worry about right hand, I guess.
Yeah, I like how you're doing left-handed pullers.
Yeah, I know. Dick.
Yeah.
The peg holders, we call them. The peg
Yeah.
holders.
Hey,
The peg
you know
holders.
what?
You got
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, you got to stand out in the crowd here. All you right-handed guys
Yeah.
work together for me.
Left-handed
My-
pulling matters. We'll make a T-shirt for you. Left-handed puller matters.
And I wear it to every event too.
My left's still injured, not from this Arizona State, but the Arizona State from 2 years ago. So
Oh damn! Really?
yeah, I tore a tendon in the lower part of my wrist.
Oh,
I've never understood why all you right-handed pullers just want to be like everybody else instead of trying something different on occasion.
Well, I used to pull both hands until I tore a tendon, and then that kind of set my left back significantly. So
That's what I say about my right arm. I used to pull right arm until some referee got me in a bad position and somebody gave me bad advice. And
I do pull right arm, but it's not very pretty.
oh man, couldn't leave you out, Tim.
Thanks.
I was like, hold on. I was like, hold on. I was repping that match. It wasn't me. Hold on. Time out.
It was the right move. It wasn't a bad coaching decision.
It was a great move. It worked. It worked.
It just didn't hold up when you did it.
Yeah. Too much force behind that.
Yeah.
Somebody's on here telling me I should grow my beard back before the match. I don't know if I can do it in 2 weeks. Maybe.
Well, when's the event? 2 years?
2 weeks.
I literally just trimmed mine, so I feel pretty good. I still think Cody's got the best. When he lets it go, he's got one of the best beards in arm wrestling. But
Hey, listen, we got another few matches on here. I want to get your guys' opinion on because
let's run it. Let's see it. What we got?
we gotta talk about. So Nick Stone, his guy pulled out with an injury, but now he's pulling Mike Gould,
Ooh.
left-handed. I don't know where Nick Stone is at all.
how's Mike's left right now is the question.
Well, we practiced not long ago. Like he was pulling, like coming through because he drives truck, and he was stuck in Brandon, and we packed up, and on a moment's notice, we threw a table in the back of my. Well, we didn't. I was gonna throw my table in the back of the truck. One of the local guys there brought it down. Mike feels pretty strong, man. Like he can probably, but I don't know where Nick Stone is at. Like I've heard that he's an animal.
So I got a question. Last time I saw Mike Gould, he was looking kind of thin, like around 225-ish, maybe.
Yeah, probably 230-ish, but lean. Yeah.
Okay.
And Nick Stone, is he like a really big guy?
So after the Knuckles, yeah, he is. He's probably a little bit shorter than me. Probably weighs, I would say, 300-ish, maybe a little more. After the last Knuckles Up event that I was at in January, he and I after pulled, and he felt strong. Like he's not no pushover, that's for sure. So, but that was just after polling. We weren't doing any ready goes or anything. But yeah, he felt really good that day.
I mean, it's a very intriguing match because there's so many unknowns, right?
Yeah.
Well, you could say that about a lot of these. Like, I mean, Miguel LeBlanc. You guys might not have heard of this guy, but he's been around in Canada for a while. Nicola Gazzetto. I mean, Nicola says he's from Italy, but he's lived in Canada for a long time, as far as I know.
You guys have a lot of transplants up there from Europe.
We do. I mean, of course, we got Alan Ford, RVJ.
Is RBJ still competing?
As far as I know, man, that match is not deviated at all. So
I mean, am I the only one that sees that as a one-sided match, or am I crazy?
No, I see it that way too.
I don't.
Really?
I think Alan Ford's got a chance in this match. I assume you guys are leaning towards RVJ.
I think if there's a stop, it's Allen stopping it in this position. I just don't see Allen having the hand to deal with Rob.
I don't think he stands a chance against Rob because I guarantee Rob ain't coming in less than 240.
Isn't the match at like 105 or something?
It doesn't matter. We've seen it that time or two. He's still going to show up at 240 and say, "Sorry, I couldn't make the weight. You want to pull or not?"
Yeah. Valid.
That'd be fun.
Wow.
I don't know if there's a weight cap on any of these.
Because I know Allen's around that 220 mark right now, right? I mean, he pulled El Cesar, I think, at 220.
Yeah.
And like, you know, just based upon that match, El Cesar was able to really dominate Allen. So that's why I kind of see it going the same way.
It's always hard to pick a match when you don't. When's the last time we seen RBJ in a match? It's kind of hard. Was it that Montana match?
Yeah, that was it.
No, Ireland. James.
Oh, yeah.
James Wall.
James Wall did flash him that one round. So.
Well, I'm going with. I don't know, man. I don't know who's going to win it, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
I don't know, really. I mean,
I think Allen's best chance is to go to a strap.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm not predicting any of these matches because I got to sit.
I'm not either.
Next week. We got Angie Bath versus Petra Dam. This is another one where I got more questions about Petra than I do about Angie.
Yeah.
Angie's been active.
Yep, Angie pulled the round robin and took third behind Jocelyn and Sarah. So she was strong that day.
And her
training. I got a question for you. I got a question for you four. What do you guys think when someone's on these mega match cards and they haven't pulled in months? You've seen no video, no footage or anything, and then all of a sudden they're going to arrive at the event ready to pull. What do you got? What's your take on all this? Because sometimes it can be the best thing ever, which is rest, or sometimes it can be the worst thing ever, which is rust. So it's either rest versus rust. What are y'all thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, you could argue that I'm that guy coming in for having not pulled for a while.
I think it also depends on who you're training with. If you look at somebody like Angie who trains with Ron every day, I mean, is there really going to be much rust? Probably not. Even if Angie was coming in for after a 6-month layoff, you still have to figure Angie's going to be ready.
Yeah, I think both of those ladies are both such veteran pullers that they're not taking a match that they're not going to be ready for. Each one of them has great training partners within the Swedes and the legends down there. So I mean, none of them can afford to not be ready for a match at their age. So I think they're both going to be ready. I think it'll be a good match.
I think there's more questions about is RVJ ready, because we don't know who he typically trains with and stuff like that. Whereas Allen trains with a really good group all the time. So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, RVJ's training partners, I don't know who that is.
I mean,
once upon a time, he wasn't that far from Jerry, and I've seen Jerry train with Fitzsimmons all the time, but RVJ is nowhere to be found. So I don't know.
He has a little group up there in Nashua, New Hampshire that he trains with, but no standouts. But there's training groups there. I don't think he's going down to the Cape and training. That's about a 2.5, 3 hour drive. So I don't think he's doing that.
I mean, I think too. I mean, I'm assuming RVJ is the strongest person at his practice. So it's like, how much work is he really getting? You know what I mean? At the same time.
Yeah, fair. Then we got Danielle Evenson versus Yulka, who I've never seen. I haven't spent a long time since I've seen her arm wrestle. I've seen her more in the Mazarenko promo videos than I've seen of actual arm wrestling, but doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
Yeah, and Danielle's active.
I follow her on Instagram, and she trains a lot in the weight room. I don't see a lot of arm wrestling videos. but I do see a lot of her lifting and whatnot in the gym. Well, it's mostly she lifts and then poses for the camera in 17 different positions.
Hey, influencer life.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, Danielle's every weekend she's somewhere, it seems. You know what I mean? So inactivity is not her thing because she's either doing strong woman or arm wrestling or doing a grip competition somewhere. Or...
Yeah, she just posted some stuff or some pictures with Brian Shaw. So who
Shaw
knows what she's
Classic. Yeah.
up to now.
Did you see that Eric Rusin won his weight category there? Wasn't it Eric?
Was it grip or was it strongman?
It was grip.
Okay, yeah, Eric is big into grip.
Yeah, he won his weight category, I believe.
Not surprised at all. Yeah. His that's his second, maybe even first sport now, is grip contests.
Doesn't Danielle's husband like hold records for that grip stuff?
I thought he did strongman.
No, he does grip.
I actually saw a video of him doing strongman just today. I watched it, carrying like sandbags.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure he did strongman for a living.
I remember in Bob Brown's garage after the Brezink Cup, he was showing us his videos of the grip stuff he does. Maybe he transitioned into it.
Yeah, I think they both have a lot of carryover.
Yeah.
Either way, that household's very active.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a question I wanted to ask because you brought up Bob Brown. So, Cody, I know that Bob has always coached you and Pavlo against me. But I assume that he'll be giving you more advice than he's giving Pavlo this time around?
Well, I actually asked him, I said, so whose corner are you going to be in, mine or Pablo? And he's like, oh, I'll be in yours. However, I can't go. So he's not even going to be there.
Okay,
so
just need to have some kind of cell phone, some sort of signal jammer going on so you guys can't get advice via
on
text.
video chat. Yeah, video chat now.
Or Bob Brown will be.
I'll probably have him on the phone with Jolene, watching and then telling her what to tell me. That's what we've done in the past.
Okay, well, I'm going to yell whatever. I'm going to say, you're doing it wrong.
But hold it. You and I aren't arm wrestling. Why are you
I know,
with
but
me?
I'm going to interfere as well. Don't worry about that.
He's going to run her.
I'm not cheering for I'll be there. I'll be there cheering. I'll be a fan once I get my match out of the way.
Yeah.
We got another one we haven't talked about. Is it Peter, the guy from the Ukraine? Is that how you pronounce that?
Something like that, yeah.
Versus Ron Bath. So Ron's got a super match up there, which is,
it's hard to ever bet against Ron.
The way this thing is set up, this poster, it's like Cody and Pavlo and Ron and Peter are the co-main events for this thing.
I don't even recognize that name or who he is. Like when I saw the poster, I didn't even recognize who he was.
He looks so familiar to me. Like I've seen him around at like WAF championships or, maybe in a 240 class or something like that. But
when's the last time Ron pulled? I can't remember.
North Carolina 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I feel like
the World Series thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, anytime you get to watch Ron Bath arm wrestle, that's what it should be.
It's hard to bet against Ron too. So.
Yeah. No.
You know what I hate? I hate being a referee when you have Cody Merritt and Ron Bath at the table. That's what I hate.
Why is that? It's the easiest setup in the world.
Man, I was thinking to myself, like,
calling elbow fouls and
I can't think of two guys I would probably set up more fair.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a pretty easy.
I will be talking track. I'll be telling him old man and tell him to keep his elbow down and all that kind of stuff. But we set up pretty easy.
Oh no, the setup was awesome. I was referring to I had to make an elbow foul call, and all of a sudden I had both guys glaring at me. I was like going, "Hey,"
It's part of the job, unfortunately.
Yeah. And then we got a couple special guests, of course, that were announced. So Kurdecha's coming up to be a special guest to this event, and so is Sarah. Dogs
You
like
said-
it. The dogs like
Yo, Michael Vick, take care of your shit.
it.
Go outside.
I didn't even hear the name you.
Yeah.
It was Kurdecha and Sarah Bachman. They're both coming as special guests.
Oh, Sarah's going to be there.
Yeah.
Right on.
I was supposed to be there, but there's 19 things going on that day.
There's like 6 major events, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't there like a 98% event going on or something? Because there's some back and forth about each of them telling the other one to change the date.
Yeah, it's like a 98%. The Kentucky tournament where Matt Mask will be at. The Florida one with the heavyweights round robin for like $10,000. There's the TAL, Colorado State, and that one. And I think there's even one more somewhere.
Are we talking about the Texas Arm Wrestling League or the
Yeah.
total,
Yeah.
or the total Arm Wrestling League?
I
We
think the
don't talk,
total one
we don't
is
talk about
retired.
that.
Texas, our next event is state in November. Now they are doing one in conjunction with Sean Hancock, but the next big quote unquote TAL event is Texas State, where it's $500 to the winner of every weight category, first place.
Wow.
So left hand, right hand. So you can walk away with quite a bit of money.
What is this event that Matt Mask is going to?
The
So he's
super
pulling-
match event.
It's pulling Artem. Standard.
It's the same one that John
that's right,
Therian's
yeah.
pulling. John Therian's pulling Hunter Knopf's left-handed at that one too.
Yeah.
Yes. Interesting match.
I'm
Interesting match.
interested. I'm interested in both those matches. Man, I don't know.
After the way Matt looked at the Challenger Series left-handed, it's going to be hard to bet against him.
Well, Artem he'll pull anybody. So
He's like a polished version of Tim Lewis. And I don't mean that in a bad way, just to where he's taking match after match after match. And honestly, I respect that, but that's the only way you're going to, something's bound to stick to the wall, right?
I still think Artem beats Tim, but
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that. I didn't mean in comparison as far as that goes. I just meant like every time you see Tim Lewis, he's in a match.
Yeah,
Same thing with Artem. He's just in higher profile matches. So, kudos to him.
When is that Texas State Championship?
November. I'll give you the exact date. Give me a second.
9th or 16th.
No, it's November 23rd, I believe.
Ah,
Thanksgiving weekend?
I think so. It's either that. Hold on, let me look. Give me a second.
Oh, yeah. It's the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if I was going to come spoil everybody's day at 198.
Wait, you're going to 98?
Yeah, I'm like 215 right now.
Oh, there you go.
okay.
I know.
And these young guys.
Oh, sorry.
This Cody.
Sorry, it's November 16th. I apologize.
Yeah, I won't be there.
Cody has left the building.
I'm
Cody said,
hoping
"I'm done."
that I might have a match of the Challenger Series that day.
Nice.
The Challenger Series is the 23rd.
16th.
I've heard the 23rd.
I've been told by Dylan the 16th, so I don't know.
You guys.
That means they
Hey, Jody,
changed
you got
it
any
again.
elephants you want to talk about? Because
Yeah, you only got about 16 today.
do I have any elephants?
yeah.
Besides this guy over here water pressuring his boat, making all this noise? No,
No.
not necessarily.
Are you sure that doesn't involve something on the West Coast?
Oh yeah. You're talking about that. Well, tell you what.
Wait a minute. Is this a soapbox?
Oh, yeah, we're at the 35th minute. It's got to be.
We got to twist the knife a little to get him riled up. So
Here's the deal, guys, and everyone in the chat. Every so often, you have someone that will say something or do something to ruffle some feathers up, right? Okay. So we all know September 28th, San Diego, California, myself and Mega Mike had this match, this best of 5, left-handed match. Okay. Now, as I said before, nobody outside of the state of Oregon thinks I have a shot. There's always somebody out there.
I think
That's
you got a
bullshit.
shot, Cody. I think you got a shot.
Appreciate it. there's always somebody out there, and rightfully so. They're from California also. And there was a post on the thread I had on the poster, right? And it said something like super mismatch. Okay, now taking that comment, I can use that to go, okay, now it's time to really go ahead and shut some mouths up. And I don't mean Mega Mike in this instance. I meant the actual individual who said it. So it's like, okay,
Dallas
so
Langston.
yeah, we'll go with him. So let me ask you a question.
I like
What's
Dallas.
you guys?
I'll call him out.
What's your
I'm good kid.
what's your opinion about what's your opinion about mega mismatch? If let's just say, for example, I win, then obviously there's no mismatch. If I lose 3-2, is that considered a mismatch? Mega
No.
mismatch.
I mean, anytime you get a pin or a win on a person, is it a mismatch?
No.
Well, that's what I'm asking you guys. And
I mean,
everybody
it
in
could
the chat.
you could lose 3-0 and it'd be absolute wars 3-0 and it's not a mismatch.
Yeah,
And I've had that before. I did that back in Arm Wars last year.
we've seen this lots of times, though. Like even at an East versus West, where one guy just destroys the other guy, and you never knew it was a mismatch until it happens.
Great example, Jerry and Alex.
Man,
Yeah.
I still can't believe that.
I mean, you could say that, oh, that was a mega mismatch because the way Jerry handled it, but we didn't know until the match happened.
Right. So I mean, it's just like, okay.
I think,
How about
I
this?
think,
Perfect example.
I think a big mismatch is when an opponent can just hold you, stare at you, and you just hit, and you stay center, and then they pin you 3 times. That's a mega mismatch.
So you're saying like Prudnik and Alajon when Alajon was talking shit to Prudnik while holding him in the center?
I mean,
That'd be a good example.
that's what you got to consider a mismatch.
I mean,
So
that
here,
would be
how about this?
considered, in my opinion.
On paper, you take Levon, you take Gasparini. On paper, it was one score, but if you actually saw the match, you knew it wasn't no mismatch. It was no mega mismatch.
The first 3
Correct?
rounds looked that way
Yeah.
until
So
round
now
4.
I'm really motivated. I've been talking to some close friends of mine, and got a game plan put together. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna do that. So, but I tell you what, the fire has been lit, and I'm gonna put another log on the fire because now certain people got me certain motivated now off of their comments. And no, I'm not sore. I'm not butthurt. It's just like, okay, that's cool. Now you got to go out there. You got to prove it. And by the way, there's some extra bonus to that. Y'all want to hear about it? Tim may know this already. Y'all want to hear about this? Depending on how my match goes, and another match, we may end up pulling each other at Washington State.
Yeah. Hey, I'm like, I, I love when someone says that though. Like, I'm glad that somebody said it to feel that for you even more, because now I think like it makes the match more interesting, and I think that's what they were doing. I don't know, but I think that I'm happy it happened just because now I think that this is going to be more intense. It's going to be everything. I think it's going to be great.
Sometimes you need that smack in the face, right?
Yeah, you do. You need some nose slap and all kind of slaps in the face. But you know what though? That's okay. I'm here, vacation, relaxing. Because when I get back home, whoo, man,
You
I
better
got,
do
I got to.
some chin-ups off of a tree branch or something.
I'll tell you what though. Like what that comment was for you. Imagine going to your first ever Worlds after pulling for 18 years, and your team captain on the day of competition says, "I'm going to take off and go shopping with my wife because you don't even have a chance to get one win today. Good luck."
That was so
Yeah,
sweet of him.
And I went
Yeah.
off and took 10th place in the largest class of the weekend.
yeah. There's a yeah. That's super disrespectful in my book. That
There
that
was
was
some fuel that lit up in me, and do I think I belong 10th in that largest 100 kg class with Unger Bayeb and Krause? I don't know, but that day I did because I was fueled the fuck up.
I got something to prove September 28th, and if everything goes according to plan, I got something to prove on December 14th. How about that?
Oh, is Bogdan still coming up for Washington State?
Who?
That's the plan.
And he's still pulling Andre.
If Andre takes it,
I was gonna say because I just watched Bogdan beat Saban in an overall,
yeah.
which is
No shit.
Yep.
Wow, that's
He pressed the shit out of him.
Yeah.
wow.
He stuck it in,
It's
and
a
he
great
saving
match.
caught. Yeah.
But we'll see. Andre still fully hasn't taken the match. I have some backups for it, because depending on other things, there's going to be like 2 other guys coming out with Bogdan, and so I think that it could be a lot of fun.
Hey, Tim, I want you to tell the chat and tell our tag team partners what may take place if everything goes according to plan. I'll let you say it.
If
Go ahead. I'll let you say it.
If everything goes according to plan over these next
The month of September.
We will see Jody Williams and Uncle John December 14th.
That's interesting.
A match that should have took place, 2.5 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Isn't John getting ready to pull Paul Passmore?
Yes.
Exactly. That's the other caveat.
Yeah,
Okay.
We'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens in the end of September. And
What's the caveat? Because I mean, I would expect, like, if you want to talk about like picking matches, okay, I can't say it's a mismatch. It's not. It's closer than most people would think. But Passmore should be the favorite.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think so?
Tim?
No.
On paper?
No. John is way too big.
The weight is a 242 cap. As a matter of fact, isn't that match on your card too, Ryan?
Nope, that's in Kentucky, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, John will be big.
Even at 242, and it's 240. Yeah, they're having a weight cap between Passmore and John.
Yeah. Because actually, Paul came down. Actually,
Paul's been down.
I thought John was like 260, 270.
Yeah. Yeah. John's got to be the one that's making the cut. So, like, whatever John does that next day, I don't know. John's fucking massive and strong. Paul Passmore's impressively strong, but he gives the hand away a lot. And I don't know if you can fight through John's shoulder like that.
Well, I was going to say John's definitely going to have the more dominant hand.
It's not a mismatch by any means. I think this match is very fucking close, but I think that John might have the upper hand because of taking the hand and how big his shoulder is and trying to pull through his shoulder. I don't know if he can do that. I know Passmore would want to get to the strap and press, but
yeah, I was going to say that's the way I can see it going. Passmore,
I don't
getting out on John's back.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, are we going to ask Tim the question about the strongest arm wrestling podcast? Who would win?
For what?
If all the question from the chat was, if all the podcasts had a tournament, who would win?
Devin?
Well, he doesn't really have a podcast. He has a channel.
Who has a podcast?
So we're talking about
Ozzy and John.
You could talk about Matt Conley and those guys at Armwrestling Buzz.
I mean, Ryan would beat all them.
No, the only other one but the thing is, the big question was, does Ingen get to pick all his people that have been on a podcast, or is it just Ingen?
Yeah. Well, that's not fair, man. You can't have, you've had
75 and Devin,
so
Machishenko, and
that's the dream team.
Yeah.
I mean, if he gets to pick his poison, then Ingen wins hands down.
Yeah,
it's got to be
we have to eliminate him from the conversation.
The host of the podcast, not the podcast interviewer. Got to be the host.
Yeah, or a regular set of people. So, like the Armwrestling Buzz crew.
Paul Italia, Matt Connolly.
Is Stubblebine still on that show?
No, he walked away months ago.
That's good because I committed to going on it this week.
He was so strong. Have you seen him in a while?
Who?
Tom.
Yeah, that's why he refused. That's why he refused to take a match with Tucker Keating, because he knew he'd get killed.
And Pradeep, I guess, is he still on that show?
Does Pradeep even arm wrestle?
No.
For Deep and Aussie, let's set it up.
Aussie wins.
I would put $100 on Aussie right now.
Yeah, same.
I got to talk to Ozzy. I did a podcast with him yesterday, and he called me up. He was leaving the gym. He goes, "Yep, I think I popped my bicep." He goes, "I was doing a 5 kgs, and he fucking popped his bicep."
Oh my god!
Ooh, ouch.
Never
He's
mind.
like,
I picked
was just
Pradeep.
doing a small rep at the end of the workout.
Never mind. Pradeep wins.
Pradeep, yeah, I withdraw my wager offer.
Hey guys, I got to get ready to go. We're about to head off and go do a little more traveling and sightseeing. But
Yeah,
I will see you guys next week.
I got to put a wrap on this thing because I got to go take some
Put a bow on it.
video of the house.
Extra
Let's call it a
motivation.
day.
Extra motivation.
Yeah.
See you next
Hey
week.
guys, we'll be back next week. We'll do. I'll make these guys predict all the matches next week for Global Elite, but also next week Magda's coming on to join us
Ooh,
on
nice.
the show.
Buy blender
Dude,
bottle.
let me go ahead and put the fire out right quick. Okay, that didn't work. Oh well.
Don't worry, you got to do the thumbs down with the.
Yeah.
I did
Jody's
that.
trying to-
Didn't- Oh, there we go. Put the fire out.
Jody's trying to burn up the state of California.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, everybody.
All right, I'm out.
Later, guys.